clear my throat. I really don't think any regular post that I make via text is going to come across correctly whatsoever. I've been seeing some people been getting got at lately because some of the same stuff that I'm going to say in this video, they've been saying in a text, in a post, and I don't think it's been coming across the correct way to other people. So before I even get in on this, let me just say I have a daughter. I am a father of a daughter. I am raising a daughter. I've been raising my daughter since she was 6-7 months old. All right. So I do not condone anything that R. Kelly has been accused of. I do not condone it whatsoever at all. I want to make that clear before I go in. Just want to make that clear. I do not condone anything that R. Kelly has been accused of. But with that being said, and I have to go into this because it has to be said. This whole R. Kelly thing, when I look at it, is almost kind of like we have a crack issue out on the streets. So we're going to have a war on drugs, but we're just going to arrest the drug dealers and the kingpins, but we're not going to actually go for the laboratories that's ran by the nerdy, quote unquote, white boy who works for a government laboratory somewhere, Area 59, some shit like that. That's how I kind of look at this R. Kelly thing. It's all fine and dandy, fine. Hold R. Kelly accountable if what he's been accused of is in fact the truth, and we all have evidence of that. Let's hold R. Kelly accountable. But if we're gonna hold R. Kelly accountable, let's make sure that we hold everybody accountable, because we got to look at this whole Me Too movement thing. It seems like ever since this Me Too movement has come out, the first faces of the Me Too movement were not so-called black men. We got to talk about race. There's our so-called race. There's no getting around it. When this Me Too movement started, the face of the Me Too movement was not so-called black men as the big rapist monster. It was big, powerful, so-called rich, wealthy white men who were the face of the Me Too movement. They were the ones who were the face of the Me Too movement. They were the rapist monster of the Me Too movement. And as you can see, as the Me Too movement has developed, these same rich and wealthy men, all right, they have not been in a court of law whatsoever at all. So hold R. Kelly accountable, indeed. But let's make sure that we hold some of these other people who have been accused this year, right? Who have been accused this year, yet we've not seen any court. Let's hold them accountable. Let's stop supporting them. Because what I notice about so-called black people, is that when it comes to our own, especially when it comes from these so-called white media outlets, and they do marketing real well, trust me, because I've been studying marketing hardcore for the last 5-6 years, and anybody that wants to argue and dispute that, I bite your head off, because I know you lying. I've been studying marketing for the last 5 or 6 years, and I see it real good. They even have a technique on how to advertise and market to the Negro. I know y'all seen that. I know y'all seen that video floating around on Facebook for the last 2 years. The video on how to market to the Negro. Let me explain something to you about marketing real quick, since y'all are just consumers. You just buy a bunch of shit. Let me explain something to you. When it comes to marketing, what I know about marketing, whether you're advertising on the radio, whether you're advertising in a catalog, whether you're advertising on television, whether you're advertising on the internet, the sciences and the applications are still the same. The only thing that changes is the technology. The same exact sciences and techniques are being applied to the marketing. So when it comes back to the so-called Negro mind state that has been molded for the last 200, 300 years with the slave mind state, they know how to market to you. I told you, they have a video going around on how to market to the Negro. This is a 50, 60-year-old video. So with me already being able to tell you that the marketing tactics are the same and how to get the same results and feelings and emotions, all they did was they took the same tactics that they explained in that video how to market and sell to the Negro. They use those same exact marketing tactics on you when it comes to helping destroy your own. See, we have a thing to when they market us, they use their marketing sorcery and magic on us and put us out there and make us look real bad. They know that it's going to have an effect on the Negro mind state to where we're going to eat our own like piranhas. Because that's what we do. We're willing to throw our own under the bus real quick. You got to understand, you got the mother goose and then you got the little eggs that come from it. So yeah, hold R. Kelly accountable. But if that's the case, let's hold them all accountable. Okay, let's eat them all up, which means these next Marvel movies that's coming out, you shouldn't support them. Why? Because they come from pedophile ass Disney. Everybody knows Disney is a pedophile. This has been known for 30-something years. Y'all have seen the movie covers where they have penises and they slip little words in the movies to say sex and drugs and this. If that's the case, then that means that you have put billions and trillions of dollars in the pedophile company's hands over the last year. Yet you throw R. Kelly up under the bus. Now, this is what I say. This is why I say this. Again, I have to make this clear for anybody that's going to be coming in or whatever the case. I do not support and I do not uphold what R. Kelly has been accused of doing, right? Not one bit. But we have been supporting pedophilia forever. Forever. It's known that Britney Spears was molested at Disney. A lot of these children have been molested by Disney. So y'all might as well stop it. If we're going to do it, let's go ahead and hit the whole thing. Let's hit the whole pedophilia thing. That means we got to get the Catholic Church. That means we got to get everybody, because everybody's excuse is, well, we were little then, so we can't go get Elvis, and we can't do this, and we can't do that. No, I don't want to hear that shit, because right now they're locking up Nazis. Y'all remember those stories in the newspapers from old Nazis getting locked up? Y'all didn't have a problem with people who was 80, 90 years old going to jail for some shit that happened 80, 90 years ago. There was no issue with that. So my whole thing is, if an old ass Nazi can get locked up. Y'all remember that story from 15, 20 years ago where that old man was trying to run around because they found out he was a Nazi. If we're locking up old Nazis, let's go ahead and get all the old rapists. Let's make sure that the same marketing is done for them, because what's happening, what I notice with my people is you have allowed them to use marketing tactics on you, and you have allowed them to make you the face of rapists. So what you must comprehend, because when these famous so-called black men go out here, no matter what you think, to the European, to the white mind state, they represent you. So if R. Kelly is a rapist, Mr. Self-Righteous ass black man, your ass is a rapist. I just want to make that clear real quick, because you got to remember, you know how I know this is true? Because back in the day, 1991, 92, 93, whenever Boys in the Hood came out, when I seen that movie Boys in the Hood as a little boy, it scared the shit out of me. I literally, for a while, was scared of so-called black teenage boys who kind of looked like the men that was on fucking Boys in the Hood. They scared me. I thought all of them niggas was gonna shoot some shit up when I was little. They scared the shit out of me. And these is people that I didn't even know. They were actors that looked like you and me. So what do you think that does to the mind state of people now when they're putting you out there? We got Bill Cosby. Hey, look at this famous black guy. So you know, if this rich, famous, talented black guy is a big old rapist, surely Poogie in the middle of the hood is too. Y'all need to pay attention. Y'all have to pay attention to this. Again, I say, I do not condone anything that R. Kelly has been accused of. Not one bit. I don't condone anything that he's being accused of. But the fact that we've allowed these people to make us the face of this rapist, this pedophilia stuff, and y'all got to remember, these Hollywood companies and these record labels, they still exist. You got little babies that like to watch YouTube. They want to be singers. They want to be Nicki Minaj's and everything else. So while they throwing the R. Kellys that look just like you in jail, that casting couch still exists. That casting couch for the modeling for your little beautiful light-skinned daughter with the little green hazel eyes, it fucking still exists. The casting couch is still going to exist. And that's what makes me angry with my own people and say that y'all full of shit. You pick and choose the fights that you want, and the fights that really should be there when we have unity, you act like rabid piranhas. That's crazy. A piranha with rabies, ain't that? You act like piranhas with rabies, cannibalistic piranhas with rabies, and you eat your own. As soon as these people throw dirt on them, you eat your own. Period. So we should be saying, and this is what we all should be saying, okay, fine. Bring the nigga out here. Bring him. But you know what, motherfucker, bring Weinstein. Because all y'all that make the excuse that you weren't alive when such and such, Weinstein has been accused of this shit for the last 20, 30 years. He was able to do a video and say, come on, guys, I just have a problem, you know, and sometimes people make mistakes and we're trying to fix it. And no court cases whatsoever at all. No court cases at all. At all. Period. But yet we throw our own up under the bus and just eat them. And just eat them like it's nothing, because they know that we don't have any loyalty to each other. You want to know how? Because Nike used a marketing tactic on you little simple asses, and then what you do? You went back to the NFL, didn't you? Went right back to the NFL. Some of y'all never stopped it because you don't really care. So everybody over here pretending, talking about you're against R. Kelly and all of this stuff, you probably was just stepping in the name of love just 2 weeks ago before they did the greatest marketing thing that they just pulled off on y'all. The same thing that they used to make you to buy a starter jacket back in 91 and kill each other over Jordans back in 91 is the same tactic that they're using on you now with R. Kelly. Period. And then some of y'all grandmothers had your damn mamas and daddies when they was 14 and 15 and dropped out of school. And your damn granddaddy was damn 30 and your grandmother was 14. Man, shut up and stop acting like y'all act like this is something new.